All right, shalom, shalom, akim, shalom, and yabashima shah barakathum to you true believers out there, you that can believe in Yahweh through his beloved son, Yahweh Shai, in these last days. All right, before I start, I want to give all praises to the creator of the heavens and the earth, the God of the Bible, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakakodash, and double honors, and double honors, and double honors to the elder apostle, the elder bishops of the great millstone, because they rule well. Okay? All right, welcome back to another Gym Mass Inspiration of the Almighty. And as you can see the title, it's actually a part 2. I'm just going to kind of continue on from the last little live show that I did, right in the car. You know what I'm saying? Part 2, this chapter is jumping off the page. Part 2, this chapter is jumping off the page. And what I was doing, I found myself going through 2nd Ezra 15. I was just going to go through 16 if the Spirit of the Lord allowed me. So we here now. The Spirit didn't hit me with nothing else. So this is what we're going to talk about. Now, before I was cut on this, on the live, I was thinking to myself how every time you cut on the news, every time you're scrolling through social media, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, you know what I'm saying? I walked through a hotel a little earlier. You know, in the hotel, they have the big TV monitors displayed, you know, for the customers, and they have the news on. And anywhere you go, it don't matter where you at the gym, you running on the treadmill, you look up at the TV screen, there's nothing but bad reports being pushed throughout the airwaves in America. It don't matter what state you in, it don't matter what city you in, it don't matter if you're in a rural area or you're in the city area. Every time you cut on the news, it's nothing but bad reports, nothing but bad news. Earthquakes, floods, division. This mayor versus the president. The president and the border control doing this and that. World War III. Now Trump threatening Putin, and Putin, you know what I'm saying? And then the other portion of the news, finally they're taking red dye out the food, or this person is buying up this farmland. Is the point being that Yahweh Shem Shai, the God that created all this. Matter of fact, let's go there. The God that created all this, his counsel is standing. The prophecies are happening. America is CTD. What is that? Yeah, CTD, circling the drain. That's why all of it. That's all you cut it on. People around the world, they don't even want to look at the news. They'll tell you, I don't want to look at the news because it's just too much. It's too much. It's nothing good. That's because the Heavenly Father is annihilating this place, man. It's annihilation that's happening. This is Isaiah 46:9. It says, remember the former things of old, for I am the power. The God of the Bible, that is the God you need to get your spirit right with. The things that he declared is happening in the earth. It says, for I am the power and there is none else. I am the power and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning. That's the point I wanted in there. The Lord has already declared the end before everything was even starting to play out. Before Adam and Eve was in the garden, the end was already declared. So this portion of time of being in America, the Heavenly Father has said this place is going to go down with violence. Thus, with violence should that great city Babylon, go down, in other words. And that's what's happened. That's why there's nothing but bad reports. Bad reports every time you cut on the news. And it ain't gonna let up. It's gonna get worse. To the point where one day we're gonna wake up and the media, the means of communication will be stopped. It is only gonna be you and your city and whoever's near you. That's it. But the access, the ability, the privilege to be able to go on the internet, the Heavenly Father gonna cut that off. So it says, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. That's what the God of the Bible has stated. His counsel is going to stand. You know, his counsel. So that's why all of this is happening. Texas flooding, California, LA is it's like a war zone down there. You know what I'm gonna do? Cause you know me. I ain't got no set videos today. I ain't really been having time, man. Satan been having my time. He been sewing up my time. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go through my history. And I'm just gonna flip through. I'm gonna flip through and I'm gonna be jumping in and out of second address as the Lord give me speech and utterance. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I don't know what's gonna be when I'm gonna click. I'm gonna go through all my histories though. But I know one thing, when I be flipping through this, I'll be like, God damn, God. Let's play this one. This is going on in LA. Everywhere. They grabbing people up out of convenience stores.
Escort her out.
You need me to leave?
Yeah.
Why?
Escort her. Yeah.
Let's go to the next one.
And you now see the military vehicles advancing despite those protesters trying to make a stance and trying to stop the military vehicle from continuing on. And once again, we see a protester trying to stop the military vehicle from continuing on. And now we see that they threw what appears to be a water bottle. A lot of emotions on behalf of those protesters who are there trying to prevent some of the folks from being detained by federal agents. Many people here in Southern California.
It's just war. It's division. It's a recipe for disaster. And like I seen a brother put, New Mexico is flooding. It's fucking over, man. Yo, listen, this place is over. Forgive my language. I'll be trying to be more professional, but then again, I'll be thinking to myself, man, I'm me, man. This is me. You know what I'm saying? You getting the real deal Holyfield. You meet me in person, I don't change. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, this is 2 Ezra chapter 15, and I think the last verse that I left off on was 19. I'll read it again. It says, and a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So we're moving into this portion of the prophecies. Y'all mad and fighting with the government now, the average American citizen, you're mad and fighting with the government now, but you don't understand that the Heavenly Father is finna continually morph and change your mind to the point where you ain't gonna have no pity upon your own neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Y'all gonna start invading one another because your government, or however the Lord is gonna do it, the conveniency of going to the store, to going to pay your gas bill, your electric bill, these different things that you're used to in everyday life is gonna get stopped. So then your mind, your wicked mind is gonna start looking at and targeting your neighbors, man. This is what the Lord gonna do to you people, man. And it's gonna be judgment upon you. And it said, like I said, they should spoil your goods because of the lack of bread. The Heavenly Father gave you the why. Just for the lack of bread, the lack of food, you people are finna change. You're gonna change. You're gonna change. Let's go to the 6th chapter. 2 Ezra 6 and 24. It says, and at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. That's what the Heavenly Father is that's what he's stirring up. You people are finna start fighting against the person you never thought. The person that's not even doing these things to you. Your family members, your cousins, your friends, your co-workers, they're not doing these things to you. It's this government. It's the Edomites and the elites of this society. But your Just so you being on a very low level, you're gonna be taking it out on your near friends. You're gonna fight you're gonna fight, friends should fight one against another like enemies. It says, and the earth shall stand still. I'm sorry, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The earth is gonna stand in fears, meaning that it's nothing but fear that's gonna be on every corner. It's gonna be terrifying just to walk 100 yards out from your house, because you know that you may not make it. You may not make it back home. 100 yards, a football field length. You know what I'm saying? And then it's not gonna be just safe to go home. You know how people they always like to say I'm when I get home I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. It ain't even gonna be safe to be at home. Because like I said, they're going to be evading one another with the sword, and their houses shall be spoiled. So fear is going to be everywhere, as the Heavenly Father said it will be. All right? Let me get another one for you. Jeremiah, I believe it's the 6th chapter. Excuse me. Jeremiah 6 and... Jeremiah 6:25. It says, go not forth into the field. The field is the world. Remember the curse in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. It says the Israelites will be cursed in the field. They'll be cursed in the field, and I believe it says I just know it says the field for sure, meaning that you're gonna be cursed in the world. And then remember in Matthews it tell you that the field is the world. Okay. But it said, go not forth into the field, nor walk by the way, meaning your streets, your little whatever paths, go not by the way, for the sword of the enemy in fear is on every side. For the sword of the enemy in fear is on every side. So look, going back to this.
We're gonna show you.
You know what? Let me see. Here we go. Going back to this. The sword and the enemy, the enemy in fear is on every side, like the verse just said. In LA, this all you seeing. Imagine when people start dying. This is nothing. Watch when people start getting put to death.
This is a quickly developing situation. We've been hovering over this for about half an hour. This is going to be on Laguna and Woods Road, right by that intersection. And you can see now these federal agents. They appear to be from CBP, Customs and Border Protection. You saw them running just now down Laguna Road, and it looks like they are...
Damn, it's a fucking war zone in out them out there. The ICE, the new funded police, basically trying to snatch up the Northern Kingdom. It's a war. It's a war zone over there. That's why, you know, for the brethren out here, because, you know, we in California, we stay on top of each other to make sure you're on point when you're moving if you got to go to LA. And I can't stand LA. I stay away from LA. I stay away from LA as much as I can. The only time I go into LA is because I know certain spots that's a little more cheaper with prices on certain things. But other than LA, may y'all Bashmar Shah send a goddamn big ass giant nuke in what you gonna do anyway? I ain't gotta pray it. The Most High gonna send a giant nuke that just gonna decimate LA. Decimate it. So like I said, the fear of the sword and the enemy is gonna be on every side. That's what it's already brewing up. You know? It's already brewing up. Nothing but bad news. Nothing but bad news. Let's jump back to second editors. Oh, you know what? I was still in that 6th verse, huh? That 6th chapter, it said enemies should fight one against another. Yeah, like it says, back in second editors 6:24, it says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein, and the springs of the fountain shall stand still. That means your water, yo. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when the water is stopped? That is the most important element for men. For us as being men. Water. Because you can't go that long without it. Without water, you cannot cleanse yourself. Hell, fucking, we're breathing in thin layer of water. You know what I'm saying? H2O. So, the Most High is going to stop water. It says, and in 3 hours they should not run. So people, when that happened, it's just going, man, it's just going further catapult the prophecies in destruction. Matter of fact, as I'm talking about no water, the brethren has shared a video. I'm gonna play it. Everybody that's getting locked up in Alligator Alcatraz and Sharkinator Dundee, I don't know, all these weird Edomite mockery type names. But everybody that's getting locked up, now there's testimonies that's coming out. Damn, where is that at? Let me see, man, because you know how we are flood this Jones. There we go. Here we go. Everybody that's getting locked up in those concentration camps, now there's testimonies coming out of what's going on in there. Listen to this lady. She ain't lying.
Obtained phone interviews from 3 inmates at Alligator Auschwitz, and this is what they have to say. I am Liamzi La Figuera. We've been here at Alcatraz since Friday. There's over 400 people here. There's no water to take a bath. It's been 4 days since I've taken a bath. He claimed the food at the immigration facility is scarce and unsanitary. They only brought a meal once a day, and it had maggots. They never take off the lights for 24 hours. The mosquitoes are as big as elephants. Another inmate that was interviewed by phone said, they're not respecting our human rights. We're human beings. We're not dogs. We're like rats in an experiment.
You ain't even supposed to do that to dogs.
I don't know their motive for doing this. If it's a form of torture, a lot of us have our residency documents and we don't understand why we're here. A third detainee, who said he is Colombian, described his deteriorating mental health and lack of access to necessary medical care. I'm on the edge of losing my mind. I've gone 3 days without taking my medicine. It's impossible to sleep with the white light that's on all day.
Wow.
He also claimed his Bible was confiscated. They took the Bible I had and they said there is no right to religion.
Look at
and
that.
My Bible is the one thing that keeps my faith, and now I'm losing my faith.
Wow.
That's right here in the United States of America. That is how our government is treating detainees. I really don't care. I really don't care what crime a person has committed.
Like you heard the lady passing the information of what's going on in those camps. And are you surprised? You shouldn't be surprised. Really, to tell you the truth, I would think I would have heard worse. But we're not to that point yet when the Lord is going to have worse happening. But it's as you can hear it, people are not showering. All right, people are not being fed. The food, they said the food that they're getting is coming with maggots in it. This sound like what's that? Snowpiercer. There's a movie on, I think it's on Netflix maybe. Snowpiercer. They was feeding them bugs in the back of the train. She said these certain of them people they've already been addicted to these medications and they're not getting them. So the demons on them is rousing up. They're not showering. You know? So just take that what we're hearing now and just let that fear, the healthy fear of Yahweh Shai sink into you now. So that, you know, you pray the Lord protects you from this day to come. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like it's it's right around the corner. Everybody think we just saying it, man. We just talking like we just wasting our breath. Oh man, it ain't gonna happen to my. You have these people are so out of it. They so out of it. But that's that's the will of the Lord, Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, because the Most High gonna wake these people up with such a deadly rude awakening. All we gonna say is we told you, man. Didn't we tell you? And for all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai for grace and mercy, and for all you brothers and sisters out there, we gonna really see what it means to be thankful very soon. We gonna see what it means to be thankful to Yahweh Shem Shai very soon. Yeah, we thankful now, but when we see when we just see people going through hell, getting hauled off, dead on the street, starving to death, oh, we gonna really thank Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, let's jump back to 2 Ezra 15 now. 2 Ezra 15 in verse damn, we only read one verse out of here. Verse 20. You know, I'm gonna skip verse 20 because it's talking about World War III. And I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna just jump down to 22. It says, "My right hand should not spare sinners, and my sword should not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth." So the Most High, he not playing with you. He ain't playing with nobody. He ain't playing with none of your family. He ain't playing with none of your friends or anybody you know. It says his right hand should not spare sinners. Okay? The Most High is not gonna acquit the wicked, as it is written in Nahum. It says, the fire is going forth from his wrath and has consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like straws that is kindled. So the end conclusion that Yahweh Shem Shai is going to nuclear destroy America. But before that, he's literally breaking it from the inside out like a cancer. Okay? That's what the Lord is doing. So that's the reason why you have the mayor of California going against Donald Trump. Man, I can't even get to man. Look at this demon, man. She a demon.
Coming in and being part of the cover-up.
Let me see if I can find her. Every time I see her, she just like, they irk me, man. Especially if you look like an Israelite and you in a politician seat. When I look at you, man, I look at you with disgust. I look at you with some heavy disgust. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all some sellouts. You know? Let me see where she at, man. Where you at? Look, now she don't want to pop up with her now she don't want to pop up, man. Where your ass at? Karen Bass. Man, I was gonna show Karen Bass. You know? I was gonna show Karen Bass. She talking about which is the governor, the mayor of look at her, man.
Because we have to stop this mess. You know, the idea of having troops go through the park and disrupt the children's summer camp or drive through the streets and just pick people off the streets. We don't know if a kidnapping is happening or what. And so our city attorney is leading the way. We're filing a lawsuit. We're calling for an injunction for this to stop.
Man, it just make you want to backhand her and tell her go sit down some damn where. That's what it make you want to do when I see her. As she's speaking, you can see the smirk on her face behind her speech. You can see it. It's like she knows she playing a game. Like she don't know what's going on. Her in the damn demon. Her in this demon right here. This dude that look like he needs some oil on his skin ASAP. Oh, shedding ass motherfucker. Excuse me, man. my Let's see, where you at, man? Bring your dry ass up. Your dry ass. Where you at, man? Now he ain't trying to pop up. I just seen you too, bro. You trying to hide from me? Here we go.
What a disgrace, what's happening in MacArthur Park. What theater. On the 6-month anniversary, after all, of these fires, that's the message from the polluted heart of the President of the United States. The polluted heart of Stephen Miller. Those National Guard men and women that were out there protecting people are now being used as political pawns. Out there on horsebacks running through soccer fields in the middle of the day.
Like he care. Fucking lizard face. Like he care. It's all theater. It's all playing with your mind. And the Heavenly Father is allowing these devils to do it. In the book of Psalms, it says that they tongue work like a sharp razor. You know? Their tongue is like a sharp razor. Let me go to that real quick. And forgive me, I didn't really go through the second address. Psalms 52:2. It says, thy tongue deviseth mischief, like a sharp razor working deceitfully. It's nothing but psyops being done to these people. Like these mayors don't know. And these council, whatever, they don't know. They do know. Okay? They do know. All right? Because you got to think about how California is what? The 5th largest economy in the world? Why do you think why are they going so hard on California? They gotta dismantle California. That's what they have to do. They gotta reform it. Reform it. You know what I'm saying? That's what they have to do. So they going, and then all the major cities is gonna be feeling that. It's gonna be feeling. That's why Texas is getting flooded too. You know? Because Texas is another big economy of the world. You know? Let's jump back to 2 Corinthians 15 and 22, 23, or 24. It says, woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, you children, for the power. Defile not my sanctuary. So the Most High it's the Most High. It's Yahweh through his beloved son Yahweh Shai that's making this all happen. That's why, man. But y'all, when we say that, why can't y'all believe what we saying? What did Yahweh Shai say? Why he said, why can't you hear what I say? He said, even because you're not none of mine. In other words, you can't hear what we're saying because you are not of the Lord. That's why. You know what I'm saying? It says, woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments. Oh no, verse 26. It says, for the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore deliver he them unto death and destruction. So it's the Lord delivering every soul wherever he wants that soul to be at when he destroyed them. Because you strove against him. You mistreated your body. You know? You mistreated your life and your wicked actions. And the Lord had all of that. He had all of that tallied up. It says, for now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and you shall remain in them. For the Heavenly Father should not deliver you because you have sinned against him. And that's why 2/3 of our people, you are finna get put to death out here. You finna get put to death. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, we at the 30-minute mark now. You know, I like to keep it a little concise. But nonetheless, man, like I was saying when I started off this quick live show, nothing but bad news is being reported. That is it. That's it. Across the whole social media board. All right? That's it. And it ain't going to be nothing but more bad news and more terrible things going to be reported. Because the Heavenly Father is finished with fucking America. He got it in the spirit of the elites, the ones who own America. They're finished with it. And he got them thinking that they're gonna do the New World Order, and this is when the Heavenly Father gonna step in. He gonna step in the midst of this devil's enterprise. He gonna take over, and he gonna judge the devil, the Edomites, and the elites of them, and he gonna judge them, but right along with the 2/3 of our people, you Negro, Latino, Native Americans. He gonna judge you right in the mix of that. The Lord basically gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So man, hey, through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shema Shai, I appreciate you brothers and sisters that stopped through. I hope these lessons that I do keep you in the spirit. I got a lot of energy all the time, so I try to transfer that energy across the board, you know, for edification's sake. And I just pray and hope that you brothers and sisters be edified and be pumped, you know. Continue to believe in Yahweh Shema Shai. Stay strong out there. Yahweh Shema Shai Bakathum. Shalom.